Today on Vox, we'll have information on COVID and more. Ben Dudash will have your local weather, and Jay Standards will have your sports.
It's Friday, October 2nd, 2020, and you're watching Vox News Today.
Good afternoon and welcome back. I'm Kendra Taylor.
And I'm Gunnar Taylor.
People wishing to visit Yosemite National Park will no longer need a reservation. The reservations were put in place back in June to aid the capacity management and social distancing. On November 1st, the park will be open to all visitors according to the National Park Service.
President Donald Trump announced on Twitter early Friday he and the First Lady Melania Trump tested positive for coronavirus. One of the president's closet's senior advisors, Hope Hicks, tested positive for the virus on Thursday. This makes Hope Hicks making her the highest profile member of the administration to contact the virus, who is in frequent contact with Trump and other top officials. Trump, 74, told Fox News host Sean Hannity on Thursday after Hicks' positive test that he and the First Lady, 50, were tested after Hicks positive, and later tweeted that they were starting the quarantine process.
A late blooming wrestler, Diego Aguilera, made his way from Texas to Buena Vista University in Storm Lake, Iowa this summer to pursue his passion. On September 17th, Aguilera was starting his first day of work at the Walmart in Storm Lake. He was being trained as an associate in the produce department by a colleague in his 60s. After stocking shelves, they went to the break room and noticed a coworker clutching his chest. Aguilera saw that the man was having a heart attack and quickly jumped into action. He checked the man's pulse and felt it slow down. He started chest compressions, which he learned through high school wrestling, and when the man regained consciousness, Aguilera asked him questions to keep him awake.
An orphan mountain lion cub is recovering from burn injuries after being rescued from California's Zog fire. The Oakland Zoo said that the cub was believed to be only 3 or 4 weeks old. They were found by a firefighter in Shasta County on Sunday. The cub was taken to the zoo after being transferred to California Department of Fish and Wildlife, which is overwhelmed with creatures displaced by the state's unprecedented fires. Wildlife biologist Pete Figuera works for the Department of Fish and Wildlife. He was tasked with taking the cub from Redding to the Oakland Zoo.
Friday marks 2 years since Kiera Coles, a young pregnant U.S. postal worker, disappeared from her Chicago neighborhood without a trace. On October 2nd, 2018, Coles, who was 26 years old and about 3 months pregnant, vanished on Chicago's South Side. Her car was found in front of her apartment with her phone and packed lunch still inside. There is still no sign of Coles, with this mysterious case being classified by Chicago police as a, quote, high-risk missing persons investigation with potential foul play suspected, end quote. Here's Ben Dudash with your weather.
There's going to be clear sunny skies today. Find out more after this break.
One thing to love about the Tennessee Valley is Bradley Central Show Choir, Vocal Motion. The other thing to love is the local Geico office on Lee Highway.
You could save a lot. Oh, you can save a lot. Oh, you can save a lot. But how do you know? Unless you call 894-2600.
Got a car? Got a boat? Got a home?
Get a quote.
CRCC to me is a calling that God placed on my life to really step out in faith on something that I didn't think I could do, and it's been amazing to see how God's worked through it.
CRCC stands for Crossroads Community Church, but we're a church that our vision is to be a life-giving church in our community. We do that through helping people know God, find freedom, discover their purpose, and then go make a difference. And so that's what we're doing every week, is helping people discover their jam and go make a difference.
Welcome back, Bradley Central. I'm Ben Dudash. Let's take a look at your weather at glance. Today and Saturday is going to be all clear sunny skies, and today's going to be a high of 67 and a low of 42. Gusts of winds reaching 6 miles per hour going north, and the humidity today is going to be 69%. Sunday is going to be mostly sunny with a high of 73 and a low of 51. Saturday, a high of 71 and a low of 64. Let's take a look at a 7-day weather forecast. Monday is going to be sunny again with a high of 71 and a low of 64. Tuesday is going to be sunny once again with a high of 76 and a low of 53. Again on Wednesday, sunny with a high of 78 and a low of 52. Thursday, this time it's going to be mostly sunny, and it's going to be a high of 75 and a low of 50. Let's take a look at our local radar. Everything's in the clear as of thus far, but throughout the remaining week, again, more clear skies as well. Now let's take a look at our national radar. There are some scattered showers throughout the northeast and north area, near New York and Boston, but everywhere else seems like it's all in the clear. That's all for weather. Now send it to Jace with your sports update.
The Atlanta Braves made history yesterday. Find out about that and more after this break.
In 1933, Ray Jackson founded Jackson Furniture in the midst of the Great Depression. We opened our doors the day the banks closed theirs. Since then, we have continued to create furniture right here in the USA. We have seen decades of American prosperity, challenge, war, and mind-blowing advancements in science and technology. We have never forgotten the way our company and country began, with perseverance, hope, and hard work. Throughout all of those decades of change, one thing remains consistent. Families love to relax together in a room filled with comfortable furniture. That is where we have been and will always be. From being huddled around a radio to being kicked back in front of a giant flat screen.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at some MLB scores. We got the Braves beating the Reds 5-0 after shutting them out for 22 straight innings to beat them in the series 2-0 to move on to the NLDS. The Athletics beat the White Sox 6-4, forcing them, or they won the series 2-1. The Padres forced a Game 3 with the Cardinals after beating them 11-9, And the Dodgers beat the Brewers 3-0, moving on to NLDS. Now to Thursday Night Football. The Broncos beat the Jets 37-28 after Sam Darnold was injured in the first quarter and Joe Flacco came in for him. Tonight, the Bears go up to face a team up north. The theme is Extreme Bradley. Come out and support your Bears. That's all from me. Stay tuned for more after this break.
Alexa, ask Whirlpool. Hey Google, ask Whirlpool. Ask Whirlpool, ask Whirlpool.
Care can be a handful. That's why our Whirlpool Smart Range helps you care smarter with voice control.
Hey Google, ask Whirlpool to turn off the oven.
Set oven timer for 5 hours. Keep warm. Alexa, ask Whirlpool to preheat the oven to 350.
So life doesn't revolve around your range. Everyday care. Whirlpool.
Welcome back, Bradley Central. An apology has been issued by the Cleveland City Schools Director Russell Dyer over a teacher's rivalry outfit this week. A picture was shared around of the Cleveland teacher wearing overalls, holding a baby and a cigarette. Dyer has stated that this picture, quote, clearly does not meet our expectations of behavior for professional employees, end quote. Human Resources is investigating.
Tennessee will be getting makeovers for 5 Walmarts this year. This will include self-checkout updates, Walmart pay abilities, and more. 200 total will be renovated in the U.S. this year, and 1,000 next year. Cleveland's Walmart is one of the 5 that will be getting updated here soon. The others are located in Clarksville, Morristown, Johnson City, and Maryville.
Country music star Alan Jackson is selling his massive mansion in Franklin, Tennessee. It's become the most expensive home on the market in Williamson County at around $23 million. It has 5 bedrooms and 7.5 bathrooms with a total of 22,000 square feet along with 4 acres of property. It's shielded with around 120 acres of woodlands and green space to give plenty of privacy as well.
Dollywood shows what it takes to open a theme park during the coronavirus. Dollywood had to shut down for 3 months. This year is the park's 35th anniversary. There was a lot of work to make the theme park happen this year. A lot of hand sanitizer, hand washing, and many masks. Quote, I don't want to wear a mask, but it's better than being stuck at home. So I like that we could still come here, said Annabelle Hazelwood, who was with her parents at the park.
The Tennessee Titans game against the Steelers has been postponed due to many positive COVID-19 tests. The Titans had 4 positive and the Steelers had 5 positive for COVID. The NFL said, quote, the game will reschedule to allow additional time for further daily COVID-19 testing and to ensure the health and safety of players, coaches, and game day personnel, end quote.
Nearly 10,000 new unemployment claims filed last week in Tennessee. More than 861,000 unemployment claims have been filed since March. The Department of Labor and Workforce reported the new number of claims within a week of September 26 was 9,802, a decrease about 1,500 from the previous week.
We are online on YouTube at BCHS VOX News.
You can check us out on Facebook, WTMB, and of course, VoxNews.net.
Tell your friends and family to tune in.
You just can't get enough of Vox.
That's all we have for you today, Bradley Central.
And as always,
God bless and go Bears.